Trans Youth Channel. I would just like to say right now that I am not a leader, and I'm okay with that, you know? I think we have this social expectation that everyone should be striving to be the head of the pack, the alpha male, but I have no desire for that sort of responsibility. So yeah, I feel like by moving to Monday, I'm supposed to lead this channel now, which I am not very good at. So, but I thought I would just kind of go for it and make a quick video, and then next week, courtrooms and the justice system, and what do you do if you're a trans person and you're fighting a case, like you're the plaintiff and you have the defendant who wronged you. That's how it works, right? I don't know. But you have this valid case against a person and their attorneys are just attacking you personally. That's their defense, you know, like, oh, you're trans. So hopefully next week that could be the topic, you know, how do you deal with discrimination in the court system? Because I don't know, I can't even imagine what that'd be like. So but for this week I just wanted to talk about like reaching out as a trans person to the community and other trans people who can't necessarily help themselves. So other homeless people who just don't have the resources to get out of their situation. And I mean, being homeless is not a good situation anyway, and then on top of that, just feeling really uncomfortable in your body, and then having to deal with like maybe shelters and segregation within shelters. So I did a conference, and I'll try to find the information because obviously I never come prepared for my videos. That's just not how I do things. But there was a shelter at the conference, and they had this plan, and they were putting into effect this sort of LGBT friendly shelter space so that people who came in and maybe didn't feel comfortable being placed with the women or being placed with the men would have a space. So stuff like that is really important to talk about and sort of, you know, make that an issue and make people aware that this is an issue. And then because my battery's almost dead, there are some programs. There's a program in Toronto, I think it's called SOFA. Anyway, it's like a youth LGBT, genderqueer, trans type group, and they have this program where it's like mentoring. So when I move to Toronto, I'd like to sign up for that. It's hard for me now living in Guelph, an hour away, to try and drive into Toronto, right? If I'm there, that'll be easier. But stuff like that, and like, does anyone else do outreach? Are you wanting to do sort of community outreach, like help, even activism? Like, I can't get too deep into it. Battery. But yeah, like trans activism, trans outreach, helping trans people, because I mean, we are sort of left out sometimes, right? And neglected, and some people don't even think we should exist, you know, be allowed to live because we're so terrible. But yeah, so should the trans community be working hard to like help these people, or is it is like it's a community on the whole scale? Like, people should be taking care of people, right? But as a trans person, have you thought about engaging in sort of trans activism or trans mentoring or any sort of community service helping out trans people who are disadvantaged? So that is the topic. When I move to Toronto, I'm going to, and I'll put the information down, I'm going to find this place and sign up. What are you going to do? Peace.